Chronic fatigue syndrome and menopause. This is something actually quite a few people have asked about recently, and um, it's something that obviously all us women will go through at some point. What's going on in my hair? It's like I have some sort of dreadlock going on. Anyway, yeah, it's something that is extremely challenging at the best of times, but even more so, obviously, when you already have a pre-existing health condition like chronic fatigue syndrome. However, it's not. We don't need to be doing extra things to help our hormones, to support our hormones when we're perimenopausal or menopausal, because the things that support our hormones are also what supports chronic fatigue syndrome. So what we just need to do is do some of those things in a greater depth. And that will definitely help support the change of hormones in perimenopause and into menopause too. And if you're finding that you're having huge kind of reactions, huge hormonal reactions and things, then I invite you to deepen this, what I'm about to share as well, and do more of it, and really invest your energy into it as well. So when we have chronic fatigue syndrome, we are looking to have an adrenally and nervous system supportive diet and lifestyle. And this is the same then, like I say, for going into perimenopause and menopause. So if you're not quite there with this, then and you're struggling with perimenopause or menopause, then I invite you to, like I said, dig deeper in it. So what we're looking to do is not be skipping meals of any type. We're bringing balance instead of bringing this kind of spiking, dropping, spiking, dropping, spiking, dropping. So we're not skipping meals, we're not fasting, anything like that. We're eating every about 4 hours, and we're not having things that are spiking our blood sugars. Every time we spike our blood sugar, we might feel a little bit better for a bit, but then we're going to crash and burn. So we are avoiding then caffeine, green teas, maca, cacao, chocolate, a lot of white carbs, white potatoes, white rice, white flours. We are avoiding high sugar fruits, bananas, papaya, mango, grapes, that kind of thing. And we're having slow releasing stuff instead. So we're having things like sweet potato, brown rice, quinoa, lots of vegetables. And then what we're also doing is we are having a lot of proteins and fats. Like at least half of what is on our plate should be proteins and fats. Our breakfast should be almost completely proteins and fats. And then, it can be a little bit less as you go on in the day. But if you have a lot of proteins and fats, one of the other things is unlike what a lot of people will tell you, it's really difficult then to put on weight around the menopause, and you will be getting all the nutrients that the body requires for this change in life. You'll feel full up, you'll feel you won't be craving for things, you won't be craving for lots of sugars and chocolate and things like that, and your mood won't be doing this, which we really, really don't want. So, what you're looking to do is eat a lot of things like animal proteins, eggs, cheese if you can, but if you can't, then maybe goat or sheep cheese. And if you can't with those, then totally understand. A lot of people with chronic fatigue syndrome have a lot of food intolerances. And yeah, most of what's on your plate you're looking to have as fats and proteins, good fats and proteins, and lots of vegetables. But also, it's really important to listen to your own body. And if you don't feel good on those sorts of things, then don't force them down. But also remember that the reason you might be feeling good on the other foods is because it's spiked your blood sugar, and then it's dropping, it's spiking, it's dropping, it's spiking. So you're always trying to find the high again. So you're probably craving bananas and sugars and chocolate and caffeine and maybe alcohol and things like that, because your body's always looking for that up again. But if for a while you can just do things that bring balance, like the foods I've just mentioned, slow releasing things, then you will realize that you don't get this up and down, and you start to feel stable. Your mood starts to feel stable, your pain will start to feel stable, you won't feel like you're going crazy, and you'll just all round feel much better hormonally, but also for the CFS as well. I've recently started perimenopause myself, and it's been many years since I had CFS, but sometimes I feel like I want to throttle someone. So I've increased my protein even more now, and it's made such a big difference. It's gone from really feeling like I want to either throttle people or burst into tears at any moment at certain times of the month, to not noticing it hardly at all now. So even if you don't have CFS, these are the sorts of things that really help when you're going through the perimenopause or menopause. I've spoken to so many women in the last year or so that were like me, vegetarian for most of their life, and then when they got to menopause and perimenopause, the other way around, just realized that they really, really needed to nourish their body with animal proteins instead. So, but like I say, listen to your own body, listen to what feels right for you, listen to what your body is telling you. Are you feeling, weird after certain foods? Do you feel exhausted after certain foods? And then also, the biggest thing for any kind of hormones is to address our stress. And I know that's harder said than done with CFS, but get tapping, that's the emotional freedom technique. Get focusing, that's a bit like meditation but on steroids. Get journaling, do something every day that's helping to support your mental health in some way, so that your mood is not also affecting your hormones. And that's a huge driver of the hormones, the nervous system, the adrenals, everything. So it's all interlinked basically. So if you have CFS, it doesn't necessarily have to be like another thing that you're dealing with. If you get into menopause time of your life, it's because it's actually should be being dealt with in exactly the same way as we deal with CFS anyway. So it's an invitation to go deeper, to make some more changes that are actually also going to support your CFS and your recovery from that at the same time as addressing the hormones. If you have any questions about that at all, or would like to book a 15-minute free discovery call, the link is below this video. Ciao for now.